For much of the public conversation around artificial intelligence, one fear has dominated headlines: mass layoffs. The idea that AI would rapidly replace white-collar workers, automate entire departments, and eliminate millions of jobs became a powerful narrative. Inside US companies in 2026, reality looks very different. AI is absolutely reshaping corporate hiring, but not in the form of widespread job cuts. Instead, it is changing who companies hire, why they hire, and how roles are defined. The most important shift is that AI is altering hiring demand, not destroying it. Companies are not hiring fewer people across the board. They are hiring differently. Roles that once focused heavily on repetitive tasks are shrinking, while roles centered on judgment, coordination, and decision-making are expanding. AI is changing the shape of work, not simply removing it. One reason mass layoffs have not materialized is that most corporate work was never purely repetitive. Even roles that appear automatable on paper involve context, exceptions, communication, and trade-offs. AI can assist with parts of these jobs, but it rarely replaces the full role. Instead of eliminating positions, companies are redesigning them around higher-value responsibilities. Hiring is shifting away from task execution and toward outcome ownership. Companies are looking for people who can define problems, supervise systems, and act on insights. AI handles drafting, summarizing, searching, and pattern detection. Humans are hired to decide what matters, resolve ambiguity, and manage consequences. This has changed job descriptions more than headcount. Another major change is the slowdown in replacement hiring. When employees leave, companies are more likely to pause before refilling the role. AI tools often absorb part of the workload, allowing teams to operate with fewer backfills. This creates gradual headcount moderation without layoffs. Hiring slows quietly rather than collapsing publicly. AI has also reduced demand for entry-level roles that existed primarily to handle volume. Tasks like basic reporting, first-pass analysis, simple content generation, and routine support are increasingly assisted by AI. Instead of hiring large numbers of junior staff to handle volume, companies are hiring fewer but more capable early career employees with broader skill sets. This changes hiring pipelines without triggering mass cuts. At the same time, demand has increased for hybrid roles. Companies are hiring people who understand both business context and how AI systems behave. These roles include AI product managers, operations leads, compliance reviewers, data quality specialists, and workflow designers. These positions did not exist at scale a few years ago. They are being created as AI becomes embedded in daily work. Another reason layoffs have been limited is that AI has increased productivity expectations rather than eliminated roles outright. Teams are expected to do more with the same headcount. Output per employee is rising, but employment remains relatively stable. This allows companies to improve margins without the reputational and cultural cost of layoffs. AI has also changed how hiring decisions are justified. In the past, new hires were often approved to handle anticipated growth. Today, leaders are more cautious. They ask whether AI tools can address the need first. Hiring now requires stronger justification, but it has not disappeared. It has become more deliberate. Importantly, AI is not reducing the need for domain expertise. In many cases, it increases it. AI systems require clean data, clear objectives, and oversight. People with deep understanding of finance, healthcare, law, supply chains, or customer behavior are essential to guide AI outputs. Companies are hiring fewer generalists and more specialists who can interpret and apply AI-generated insights correctly. Training has replaced hiring in some areas. Instead of hiring externally, companies are reskilling existing employees to work alongside AI tools. This preserves institutional knowledge and reduces disruption. Internal mobility has increased as roles evolve rather than disappear. Another key factor is risk management. Fully replacing humans with AI introduces legal, regulatory, and reputational risk. Most companies are unwilling to take that risk. Human involvement provides accountability. Hiring remains necessary to ensure decisions can be explained, challenged, and corrected when needed. AI has also reshaped geographic hiring patterns. Some work can now be done with smaller, more distributed teams because AI reduces coordination overhead. This has shifted where companies hire, not how many they hire. Location flexibility has increased, but roles remain. Performance expectations have changed as well. Employees are expected to use AI effectively. Hiring criteria increasingly include adaptability, learning ability, and comfort working with intelligent systems. Companies are not hiring fewer people. They are hiring people who can evolve with the tools. There is also a timing element. Companies are intentionally avoiding sudden workforce shocks. Layoffs damage morale, brand reputation, and long-term capability. Instead of cutting aggressively, firms are letting AI reshape hiring gradually through attrition, role redesign, and slower expansion. This approach also reflects economic uncertainty. Companies want flexibility. Keeping headcount stable while improving productivity gives leaders room to adjust without drastic action. AI enables that flexibility. Another overlooked reason mass layoffs have not occurred is that AI adoption itself requires labor. Implementing, monitoring, governing, and improving AI systems is work. Companies need people to manage change, train teams, and handle exceptions. AI creates operational overhead even as it reduces task volume. From a cultural perspective, companies are cautious. Employees are more accepting of AI when it is framed as augmentation rather than replacement. Hiring strategies reflect that sensitivity. Leaders know that fear undermines adoption. Stable employment supports smoother transitions. In 2026, how AI is reshaping corporate hiring without mass layoffs comes down to one reality. Work is changing faster than headcount. AI absorbs tasks, not responsibility. Responsibility still requires people. Hiring has become more selective, more strategic, and more skill-focused. Fewer roles exist purely to process information. More roles exist to interpret, decide, and act. The impact of AI on employment is real, but it is uneven and gradual. Some roles shrink, others grow, many transform. Companies that manage this transition well avoid disruption while gaining productivity. AI is not removing humans from the organization. It is moving them up the value chain. Less time is spent producing content or searching for answers. More time is spent evaluating trade-offs, making decisions, and managing outcomes. Mass layoffs make headlines. Quiet role evolution does not. But inside US companies, the latter is what is happening. AI is reshaping hiring by raising the bar, not slashing the workforce. It is forcing companies to ask harder questions about what work actually requires human judgment. And in most cases, that answer is still quite a lot. The future of corporate hiring is not smaller by default. It is sharper, more deliberate, and more aligned with what humans do best.